The NFL is back! The 2024 NFL season is right in front of our doorsteps, ladies and gentlemen. Week 1, NFL Picks with Uzi. First game of the week is absolutely ridiculous. Is this how we're starting off the year? The reigning Super Bowl champs versus Lamar Jackson and Derek the King Henry on primetime television? This has to be the best season opener we've had in 10 years. Now, the Chiefs haven't won a single preseason. Not that it matters. But if it did, their losing streak would most certainly continue into the regular season. They're not beating the Ravens. This is where Be More shines. This is when they look their best. They play like lions during the regular season, but look like straight pussies during the playoffs. Give me the Ravens winning by 10. Next game, we got the Packers and Eagles going at it. The city of brotherly love will be on demon time on Friday. The Philadelphia Eagles have managed to assemble a super dream team over the offseason, and now the team consists of Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Jahan Dotson, and what did the Cheeseheads do over the summer? Sign Josh Jacobs. The Eagles will cook Green Bay and turn those boys into some Philly cheesesteak. Give me the Eagles winning by 10. Next up, we got the Panthers and New Orleans Saints going at it. The Saints went ahead and made some pretty smart moves during the offseason. They traded for Chase Young, drafted Spence Rattler, signed Mr. St. Brown from the Packers. They even signed the Kool-Aid Man, my goodness. Now the Panthers also made some pretty decent moves during the offseason. They went ahead and signed a solid, hard-body veteran in Jadeveon Clowney. Drafted Jonathan Brooks, who will be out for an entire month due to an injury. And my favorite move they've done would be drafting that old country boy Xavier Leggetti.
Man, I just had come back from Oak Cliff with a couple of my little partners out here in the yard.
Listen, statistically speaking, he was not very special in college. He didn't necessarily have a jaw-dropping stat sheet, but we can always appreciate a great country accent. You look back at the man's career with SEC, 5 years, and other than his final season, where he had 1,200 yards, he wasn't even averaging 200 yards a season. I'm just saying, don't scream overrated when he doesn't look like Moose Muhammad out there. This is going to be a tough game, but I'm taking the Saints coming out with the victory, 23-19. Next up, we have my Vikings dog-walking the Giants. Oh, it won't even be close. Give me the Vikings. Towing all over the Giants and winning by 17 big ones. We haven't lost a single preseason game, and watch us continue to win during the regular season. Next up, we have the Patriots and Bengals facing off. Why is Jacoby Brissett starting for the Patriots? Did Drake May die or something? I wouldn't let that man start on a Pee-wee football team, let alone an NFL franchise. See, there's a reason why he's played for 5 different teams in the past. He's backup material. Let Drake get his shine on, Mr. Gerard Mayonnaise. I got the Bengals and Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow and T. Higgins smoking these boys in the opener, 31-10. Next game, we have the Steelers and Falcons going at it. ATL really stole our QB. Hey, Kirk Cousins, come on, man. Listen, ATL, I guarantee you that man will not take you anywhere but the couch, stuffing your face with Doritos, watching 2 other teams compete in the Super Bowl. Now, I really like the signing of the veteran Matthew Judon and Darnell Mooney, even though Mooney can be injury-prone. But when healthy, he's an animal. The Steelers, on the other hand, they went ahead and signed 2 QBs who I still believe are elite. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Listen, you know what they say? There can only be one king in the palace. They can't just simply coexist. It's impossible. Unless Justin Fields decides to play running back while Russell takes all the snaps, then I'm all for it. But to have one guy throw the football and another guy on the bench is ridiculous. Come on, they're both talented QBs. Give me the Steelers winning this one by 7 points. Next game, we have the Texans, Mr. Squabble Wobble Wobble, C.J. Stroud against the Colts and Anthony Richardson. Texans are loaded. They're loaded. Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon, Daniil Hunter. Oh my goodness. How did they get so lucky? Now, the Colts didn't really make any astonishing moves during the offseason, and in the preseason, they weren't really impressive. Although that can change a lot during the regular season. As of week 1, no way in hell they beat the Houston Texans. Next up, we got the Cardinals and Bills going at it. We got a sleeper game, ladies and gentlemen. A sleeper game here between 2 teams that are quite dysfunctional. That's right, dysfunctional is the word, because the Cardinals seem like they're building up, and the Bills are somehow building down. How do you trade away one of your best assets on the offense thinking everything will be all right? Thinking everything will be the same? Hell, we may not even notice Diggs is missing on the offense, right? Hell no! See, anytime you trade away one of your best offensive players, the team slowly begins to crumble. We've seen that time and time again. Anyways, I'm taking the Cardinals winning by 7 points. Next up, we got the Titans and Chiracians going at it. Shout out to the GDs and BDs, P Stones, yeah. Chicago is coming into this season trying to prove something. Like an ego lifter at Planet Fitness, they're coming in to prove something. Bottom of the NFC North last season, just couldn't get anything going with Justin Fields. More like they couldn't give that man anything to work with. I mean, if they just gave him one decent receiver, he probably would have taken those boys to the playoffs. They went ahead and signed Caleb Williams, traded for DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Owens. Oh, you greedy bastards! The Seattle Titans don't stand a chance. Give me the Bears, winning by 10 points. Next up, we got the Jags and Dolphins going at it. The Jags made a few decent moves this offseason. They also drafted Brian Thomas Jr. The Dolphins still appear to be one of the most powerful and dynamic teams in the NFL. This offense is on crack cocaine, man. This is going to be a tough clash, but I got my money on Miami. I'm feeling like Tony Montana right now. You want to go to war? Okay, give me the Dolphins, winning by 7. Next game, we got the two former teams of Russell Wilson going head-to-head. The Broncos and Seahawks. Rookie Bo Nix was drafted by the Broncos and was named team captain, so they seem to have a lot of trust in this kid already. They also traded for Zach Wilson, which I don't even know why they did that. Why? The Seahawks also made a stupid-ass move by trading for Sam Howell. Did Geno Smith disappear into thin air all of a sudden? This game can go either way. It's pretty much a toss-up, but I'm going with Seattle winning by 3 points. Next up, we got the Raiders and Chargers clashing. The Raiders are going to be dangerous despite losing their biggest offensive weapon in Josh Jacobs. I know they traded for Alexander Madison, and as a Vikings fan, I can vouch for the man. He's a beast sometimes. The Chargers traded for J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, which is a huge bonus. So I'm guessing this will be a solid matchup, but I'm taking the Chargers winning by 3 points. Next game, we have the Cleveland Dookie-stained Browns and the Cowboys going at it. The Browns are going to try to knock some heads off early on in the season because they're tired of being disrespected year in and year out. The Cowboys, though, need to give their rookies more playing time. I remember last year, they weren't giving Deuce Vaughn any screen time, which was ridiculous. Give that man the ball! With that being said, I'm taking the Browns, beating the Cowboys by 3 points. Next game, we have the Commanders and Bucks going at it. There you go, Austin. As we all know, that Eckler trade was crazy during the offseason. Even though the man is 29 years of age, his name still rings bells. I honestly don't know a single decent move the Bucks made during the offseason, except maybe sign a couple of decent prospects, whatever. Pretty boring team during the preseason, and I sure as hell don't believe they'll be exciting to watch during the regular season. I mean, I'm just throwing these guys under the bus because I feel like it. Give me the Commandos, winning by 10. Last game on Sunday, we have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Is this even a question? We don't need to analyze or break down nothing. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles know the outcome of this game. Come on, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, Aiden Hutchinson, Sam Laporta against who? Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp? The Lions have been building a super team for the past 2 years now, and I think they're easily going to run through a lot of teams with ease. Except my Vikings, of course. They can only dream of steamrolling my Vikings. Give me the Rams, winning by 10. Final game of the week, we have a wild matchup between Ray Brock Purdy and Aaron Rodgers. Mr. Rodgers, we all know last season you got injured on your very first drive in Jets uniform. My goodness. Somebody from Green Bay definitely did some sort of black magic due to some jealousy, because there's no way. Now, can he last longer than one drive this season? I don't know. But here's the thing. If he ends up injuring himself again, I'm afraid this is the end of the road for Rodgers. He has to hang up the cleats, man. It's over. Get that retirement speech ready. The Niners, on the other hand, are coming into the season with a red-hot offense. Purdy, CMC, Ayuk. So I'm going to give them that slight edge in winning this game by 3 points. Now, I know the new rookie, Ricky Pearsall, was recently shot in the chest during a robbery, which was crazy to hear. This is a cold world, man. Cold world. You got to stay alert. You got to stay ready at all times. Believe it or not, there's guys out here that'll kill you over a bag of Doritos, man. I'm telling you, it's a wild world out there.